Now there's two properties of a least squares regression line that we should know. The line always passes through the point that both the means are, and if b is the slope, s is the standard deviation, this equation always exists, where b is equal to r standard deviation y over standard deviation of x. Now what this first one means is if I graph my variables here and drew my linear regression line, my x bar, y bar, so that's your mean of both, will always be a point on that line. And then if we know this, it'll help us solve, write the least squares regression line. So here's one example. Anthropologists must often estimate from human remains how tall a person was when alive. Carla was studying how overall height can be predicted from the length of a bone or a leg bone in a group of 36 living males. The data show that the bone lengths have a mean of 45.9 and a standard deviation of 4.2 centimeters. Heights have a mean of 172.7 and a standard deviation of 8.14. And the correlation is 0.914. Now we want to find the linear regression. So let's write the data. Here's our x variable. Let's think about explanatory and response. She wants to predict the overall height. So that's over here. And she wants to do that from bone length. And the mean is 45.9 with a standard deviation of 4.2. Where over here we have a y mean of 172.7, and that standard deviation is 8.14. Now the correlation in the whole thing is 0.914. This is our R value. Now, uh, what we can do here is we can use our equation. The slope is equal to R standard deviation of y over standard deviation of x. And so we can plug in our information, 0.914, standard deviation of y, 8.14 over 4.2, and that's going to give us our b value. So I'll just plug that into the calculator. 8.14 over 4.2, and then I'm going to multiply that by 0.914. So our b value is 1.77. Now for our least squares regression line, we know it's y hat is equal to mx plus, or bx plus a, where this is our slope. So we know 1.77x plus a. Now we need to figure out what that a is. Well, we know the means are a point on the line, so we can plug in 172.7 and 45.9. And now we can solve for this. So now we can multiply that times 45.9. .3. So I have 172.9. Did I say 81.3? And now I just have to subtract that from both sides. So 172.7 minus that answer, 91.4 equals my y-intercept. So y hat is equal to 1.77 x plus 91.4. Now I told you before that we always want to label the x and our y. So here our x is bone length. I guess I already did it up there, so you only have to do it one point in the problem. But y hat is our predicted right. And there we go. Now you try one on your own here. Good luck.